It's mid-April and we've come to the Peacock Hotel day ticket water here on the River Wye near Bakewell in Derbyshire. The river is up a little bit after rain last night, but probably about a foot up, but it's fairly clear. So I've got a chance today. This is the only dry fly only day ticket water in the United Kingdom, so it is very special. On dry fly water, what I usually do is spot fish rising and then cast to the fish that I've identified. That is, as far as I'm concerned, the most efficient way. Fishing the water or cast, hoping to rise a fish can sometimes be very inefficient because you tend to disturb fish doing that. But sometimes, and this place is usually fairly good, below this little weir, you can bring a fish up with a dry fly before the hatch starts. It's late morning, the hatch hasn't started, so what I'm going to do is to fish, first of all, a big Coul de Canard. There are two places here that you can catch fish. One is along the crease between that very fast water and the slack in front of me. And the second piece is below the weir here, which requires a little bit more of a complicated cast, in the water, steadier water coming down. So we'll try the far bit first, see how we go on. Right, here we go. Now then, there's the fly bobbing down. I'm going to try and push it out another yard or two. It's a small brownie, I don't need to take the net to him. This is a small one that spawned this year. Look how thin he is. Right, so we just slide him out. Come on, there we go. The technique for Coul de Canard is quite straightforward. It's an easy fly to tie once you've learned how to tie it. Leave 1 eye's diameter of bare hook behind the eye and take the thread down, the hook shank in, open turns, needn't be close turns. Now take a large Coul de Canard feather for the body, and we take this up to that position. Now I'm holding that by the butt and I do 2 fairly soft turns, 1, 2, and now I can pull that through, okay? And then I tie that down tightly. Notice one thing, that I touched the point of the hook when I did that. We all do it. None of us ever not do it. We also break our thread occasionally. And then we take the butt of that feather in our hackle pliers. Just take a loose turn, then bring it up, and then what we're going to do is, you can see how what I'm doing, I'm using the hackle stalk to twist the fibres of Coul de Canard around the stalk. And if you notice, we start winding. Now, you can use ordinary hackle pliers, but if you're going to tie a lot of Coul de Canard, these hackle pliers, which you can twiddle, are very, very useful, because you can actually twiddle it quite easily. I use ordinary ones when I'm tying with people in a class, so that we all use the same sort of hackle pliers. But for tying quickly, these are the best. And we take that down 2/3, no further, down the hook shank, and then we tie it in at that point, like that. 3 turns tied in. Now we're ready for the wing. What we're going to do is we're going to collect these fibres and we're going to strip them off the stalk, keeping the butts level. So this is the second technique for tying the basic standard Coul de Canard. And there we go. We take these off. This takes a little bit. You'll use 1 or 2 feathers before you get the hang of it, but once you've learnt to, it's dead easy. And there is the basis of the wing. So we take this up and hold that position on top of the hook shank and give it 1, 2 turns. Now we've got to look, and I think that's not quite enough. So what I'm going to do is to go back and find another feather, this time one that's slightly smaller, and I shall strip this off, 1 lot. Now you see, I've shown you how to do it, so I can do it quickly now. You see, once you've got the hang of it, it's quite an easy process. There's the butts. We take that and tie that on top of our first one. So we've got 2 equivalents of wing. Pinch and loop that in position there. Keep that piece out of the way. 2, 3. Lash that down. What we need to do now is just to trim the butts at the waist, at the butt. So here we go. Trim this off. And then what I try and do is just hold that feather out of the way, you'll see what that's for in a minute, and lash that down. And then we take our hattle pliers again and we fix them onto the butt of that huge feather we used. Now if you've only got smaller feathers, then this you won't have. You'll have used one feather to produce the abdomen of the fly. Then you can tie a second one in exactly the same way, finishing off like that, and then you simply dub around again. So you can use two smaller feathers if you haven't got the big Petitjean ones. So there we go, once round. And what we're doing, you see, we're giving it a thorax. Because when the fish looks up to a dry fly at the surface, the thing it sees more than anything else is a silhouette and some sort of shimmer from the wings in the surface film, just above the surface film. Now we can cut that off. Fly tie's nip. Just to clear the eye up there, there we are. And then we can whip finish. And then we can take the wing and we cut that to length. And we want the length just a little bit longer than the bend of the hook, clunk. This is something we're not used to in fly tying. We tend not to think of cutting things like that, but we do. Then underneath, cut away those fibres that are sticking straight down, but leave those that are sticking out at the side, like that. And there we have what I call the Coeur de Canard. One or two things about this fly. First of all, you'll notice there are no tails, and yet upwing fly duns that hatch at the water surface have 2 or 3 tails.